Namaste, gods, goddesses, and the mysteries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tajen, and also known as Empress 1111. If you're new to the channel, please hit like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can stay updated on my current and my latest readings. Woo! Divine Masculines. The energy that I am feeling right now is off the Richter scales. You guys are going through some major shifts and rifts in your life. I am feeling everything that you are going through. I am tapped in, tuned in, and turned all the way on to the highest frequency that there possibly is known to man. And it's really funny because I've also been tapped into my divine masculine energy too, and I haven't been wanting to go there, but it's like I have had this overwhelming vortex of energy that I've been in these last few days with the divine masculines. And you guys are really going through a lot of transitions and changes that are very necessary in this very moment in time, in all directions in time and space. So without further ado, let me go ahead and call in some help and give you a dose of your medicine and get right into this reading, okay? I call upon air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest, which is Yadhe Vahe, to be able to give me the information that is necessary for this time and this moment in all directions in time and space. And so it is. Divine Masculine, you have been in this process of eternalizing all the events that has transpired between you and your divine counterpart. And you are in this place where you were resisting what you were feeling. You were trying to fight this love, but you have come to the realization that it has come upon you like some type of systemic infection. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, and even the more that you deny it, it seems like love has swept you under her wings. And you are now in this moment to where you can no longer deny the love that you have. It is undeniable. And even for some of you, it is unfathomable that you would ever love anyone with the intensity and the magnitude and the electrifying current that you are now experiencing with the divine feminine. Everything that you said that you wouldn't do, you have violated those codes, and they have all went out the window because you have used the cheat codes to navigate your way through life, and you felt that you were going to use cheat codes as well to navigate through this union, but you were sadly mistaken because the divine had stepped in, and that is what you are experiencing now in this time out. And this time out is for your awakening. You are awakening to a higher calling and a higher purpose. And now you realize that it's not about the material plane, but it's about the spiritual realm, because that is where all of your riches come from anyway. They are stored in your treasure house, in your storehouses of treasure, and now they are being rained upon you. But this is not an infinite supply as you can have if you are in union with your divine counterpart. And you are coming to realize that, and you are starting to see the significance of this whole journey and why you are on this path. You currently stand in a world that is experiencing the rising and the reawakening of the divine feminine. And the divine feminine has risen to bring balance and to shift the polarities of the world, and even your world, divine masculine, where the pendulum has overswung towards the masculine and henceforth lost the essence of the key sacred male energies. And the divine masculine is a true representation of the solar energies, while the divine feminine represents the lunar energies, the divine masculine representing the sun and the divine feminine representing the moon. And that energy that the divine masculine represents with the solar brings a warning. Excuse me. Um, with this warning, with Pluto being the sign or the planet for destruction, it is a destruction, but in order for life force to be brought forth with the energies that are coming to the earth as we approach March the 3rd, which is 3-3 of 2019, which is the year of the three, which is 333 and the energies that the divine masculine activates are energy of fire and higher aspects of intelligence to bring a lightning rod of illumination to the world seeking this unity. And with this card, as you see, if you look at the mandala here, you are being guided to bring your symmetry to your world with your divine feminine, so it can speak to those around you and create an equilibrium between the masculine and the feminine. And a feeling world will not exist without an illumination of the mental. One simply cannot exist without the other. You see, it is time to rebalance your mind, your body, your spirit, so you have a stronger resonance and you're clearer on your foundation. And if you look at this mandala, it speaks of someone who is about to embark on a sacred rite of passage into a manhood or fatherhood. Someone is about to become a father. And it may also indicate someone who is journeying, someone that is soul journeying into a new stage of life as an elder, as a shaman, of someone who has ancient wisdom and ancient knowledge. These are all phases to be honored and considered when this card appears in a reading, and is very, very much of utmost importance for those that are about to embark on this journey or to become a father, to grow closer to kindred brothers that are of the higher realms, because you are going to bring children from the higher realms. I'm talking about crystals, indigos. I'm talking about star seeds, empaths. These children from the higher realms are ready to be birthed. You have put yourself in a vibrational resonance to where you can receive this only through the union of your divine feminine. These children are coming in from the higher realms. This is not a reading for divine masculine that has gotten the karmic pregnant. Okay, that's in another reading. That's not in this reading. I do have a reading that is waiting to be downloaded. I'm waiting for some things to get pan out with me and YouTube on some business. So anyway, long story short, this is a pregnancy from your divine counterpart, your divine mate. You know it. You've been feeling it. You've been resisting it. You've been fighting. You know that there was something that was on the horizons, but you couldn't quite pin it down. You couldn't quite figure it out. So in your dismay, you try to fight it off. You try to write it off as just mere illusion or mere thought, but you keep having these same dreams that keep coming to you about becoming a father with the divine feminine. The universe, for some of you that haven't been having it in the dream state, you have had this inner knowing with clairsentience that you know that something is about to come to birth, something is about to come into your life, and that is your child that is around you, that is giving you this language of love that is being distributed into your aura. So you know, and you will have conscious awareness as you raise your conscious to a higher state of awareness, so this beautiful being of light can come in. This high vibrational being cannot come in through a karmic. It can only be done through the twin flame union or a soulmate union, you see. And when I say a soulmate, I'm talking about a higher level soulmate with a twin flame essence. But for you, for the reading that this is for the divine masculine, this is making reference for only your divine counterpart, for your divine feminine. And I say this interchangeably, okay? I have another video where I go into very great detail about divine masculines and feminines, are just aspects. They're not sex, specific. But for those of you that are on this journey and have been in this realm, you already know that. But for those that are new, I just have to throw that out there. I'm not going to say, same sex, divine masculine, divine feminine. No, I don't have to go there. You know who you are. Okay. Be comfortable with your own situation to, when I'm speaking, what resonates. No one has to tell you who you are. You have to know who you are for yourself. Know thyself. At any rate, I'm waiting for that video to download. It has all that information in there, and it will probably take a few days. Anyhow, I want to tell you that the divine masculine, he has this rite of passage with the record card. It's the record keeper. He has been given the keys to the Akashic records. The divine masculine has been having dreams about past lives with his divine feminine. He has been also sending message to her telepathically, speaking to her. He's been with her on the astral plane like almost every single night, working with her, doing spiritual alchemy so they can raise their consciousness and their vibrations high enough so they can experience a physical union. Next, you have the Goddess Butterfly. The Goddess Butterfly is a card that basically gives you information on the non-verbal communication that is now taking place inside of the divine masculine's union with the divine feminine. There is no communication going on. However, he does realize that she is in her goddess power at this moment and that she is making energy shifts just like he is. You see, with the Goddess Butterfly, the energies that are coming in for the divine masculine is helping him to raise his vibratory frequency to a higher level. And this is the reason why he was able to enter into the Akashics and go through the great halls of Amenti. So he will be able to have divine knowledge. This divine knowledge is what has promoted him to the high position that he stands in right now as being activated and actualized and realized in his power as the divine masculine, because before he was not a divine masculine, he was just a masculine, you see. So this is the energy of this goddess butterfly, which is his divine counterpart, that has been holding space for him, that has, even through the nonverbal communication, been sending him love, and he has also been sending her love too, and keeping the vibration of love, because they both recognize that it is not what is said on the lips, but it is what is felt in the heart and within the spirit that matters. And with the love that they have between one another, they realize that not one person can come in between them, that the two of them are completely inseparable. What God has joined together, let no man pull asunder. They realize that they have an unbreakable bond. The divine masculine is coming to this place to where there is no one that he trusts more than he trusts his divine feminine, you see. You have the partnerships and alliances card, which is representing that you are building this partnership from a strong foundational standpoint, and it is from the higher realms. It is 5D and above. It is not what most people consider a 3D relationship, you see. This is a multi-dimensional relationship. This is a conscious relationship where you consciously think about what you do before you do it. Gone are the days that the divine masculine acts in rationale. The divine masculine filters everything with his heart first, and then he makes a logical conclusion. Even when he speaks with his divine feminine, there is more of a respect that is there, as before in time past it was a barrier. The divine masculine had his walls up and no one could get through. Now the divine masculine is letting those guards down, and he is letting his divine feminine come in, as he is her Xerxes and she is Queen Esther. He is allowing her to come into his banquet and to make a request. And the request that she is making is to have the union so that they can build more partnerships and alliances around the globe, because they realize that this union is not about them, but it's about humanity and raising the consciousness on a global and a universal scale. It has nothing to do with the individual relationship coming into union for physical and mundane things, but it's a spiritual and a high consciousness and a transformational on a multi-dimension and multi-universal level, you see. The divine masculine is coming out of this period of rest where he was in hermit mode, but now he's coming out because he knows that he has to make an offer to the divine feminine. He has to approach her, because back in times past, he was allowing her to do it all. But now he is in his true emperor power. He is the leader. He has the rights of passage to approach her with complete truth and honesty, because in times past he wasn't quite honest. That's why you have the deception and the envy card. He was using manipulation, mind games, psychology. He was using sex magic against her. He was using everything in the book against his divine feminine. The divine masculine now has pulled himself from out of that low gutter thinking, which was 3D, which is no longer serving anyone, because we are entering, and we have entered into the new earth, and the birth of it is tomorrow, or today I should say, because it's past 12 a.m. You see, he knows that what worked before is not going to work this time. He has to come with something that is on her same vibratory frequency, because the divine feminine has raised her consciousness. And not only has she raised her consciousness, but she also has raised her standards and her bar. Her bar is set so high that no one can approach her unless they are on that same vibratory frequency. And the divine masculine knows that. That's the reason why he is in this transformational period of removing his mask. The mask is off. No more is he making promises with his fingers crossed behind his back. He is truly stepping forward full throttle so he can come with the most admirable and dignified proposal that is suitable for his divine feminine, because he's had plenty of time when he was in hermit mode to think about the sincerity of this relationship and this connection. He's not stupid. He knows that this connection is stronger than any relationship and connection that he's even had. Even his own mother in his relationship is not as strong as the relationship that he has with his divine counterpart. His reward is children. This is the last card of the reading. This is the outcome. And as you see, there's 2 children that are here. This could be a set of twins, or it can be a single birth. But the point is, there's more than one. Whether they come at one time or whether they come separately, there's definitely going to be children that are going to be birthed. And for some of you, it's not going to be children. It's going to be you embracing the inner child within And only from this point will you be able to move forward into your union. All right, I have come to the conclusion of this reading. If you would like to get the extended version, I do have that on deck. Please email me at drtayen7@gmail.com and let me know which extended version you would like, and I will get that to you for $11.11. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. You can also purchase a gift from my Amazon wish list, and it will appear on the channel. I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness, and so it is, everyone. Namaste.